Today I'm doing an isolation consultation with my best friend Jack, teaching her how to get this everyday glowy look with a shadow wing. First things first, we gotta cheers our beers. We're priming our faces with the Becca First Light priming filter. I show her how to put it on in a way that is helpful for a little massage for your face to start. Since we're doing eyes first, I have her put a little foundation on a kabuki brush and make sure her eyes are all covered, and then set that with some translucent powder. She's using the Laura Mercier. We choose a nice shimmery gold eyeshadow from her Charlotte Tilbury palette, just placing that all over the balls of the eyelids and then blending it out with a clean, fluffy brush in a windshield wiper motion to make sure there's no hard lines. Using a darker but lightish brown from the same palette, I show her how to place that in the outer corners to act as arrows, pulling her eyes out and up. Once she has the placement of that product down, she's going to take the same clean, fluffy brush and blend it all out, up and in towards the crease in the same kind of windshield wiper motion. Then we're placing a darker brown shadow in the same pattern and a little arrow in the outside corner and blending it out with that clean fluffy brush again. I tell her to use that clean fluffy brush to blend the outside edges of the shadow so that there's no hard lines. She'll blend it up towards her brow bone and out in the corners. For the shadow wing, she's going to use that same dark brown eyeshadow and an angled brush. Place the line and then blend it in towards the crease. Here's that fluffy brush again. She's just going to go in and blend any harsh lines. With a kabuki brush and her Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, she's going to dot it all over her face to get the placement right and then use the brush to blend everything in. And then once she has that down, she'll take a clean, damp beauty blender and just blend everything in a little bit more. Using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in a shade that's a little bit pinker than her skin tone, she's going to dot on her under eyes anywhere she has darkness and blend in with a beauty blender. We're using NARS Creamy Concealer to spot conceal any blemishes she has, go over her under eyes a little bit more, and conceal any redness around the nose and anywhere else on the face she needs a little extra coverage. And then we'll take that damp beauty blender and blend everything in. Real nice and good. She's going to try to keep patting and not swiping so much just to keep all that coverage there. She's going to pat in the Laura Mercier translucent powder under her eyes and anywhere that she's put concealer and needs some mattifying. I show her the placement of her bronzer in the hollows of her cheekbones, blending up, and then over her brow bone by her temple, under her jawline, and down her neck. It's kind of the shape of a 3. We're just warming up the outside of her face and adding a little bit of dimension. Once that's all blended, we're going to use the same side that we put foundation on with a damp beauty blender just to carve out those cheekbones and clean up any excess bronzer. She's using a Becca blush on the apples of her cheekbones, blended up in kind of the shape of a C around her brow bone to add a little warmth to her face, and blending that out with a clean beauty blender. We're using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop on the tops of her cheekbones and above her brow bone, blended out with a beauty blender. We're cutting some strip lashes in half. She's using a wine opener, which I advised against. Once the lashes are on, we use some setting spray and bronze the neck a bit to make sure the face matches the neck. And then she's using a nice lip stain and some gloss on top to finish off the look. Voila! A glowing goddess who once was an idiot with a makeup is no longer an idiot. She's perfect.